Holy shit, brothers and sisters, I bear have returned with one more commentary so impressive, your DNA is at risk for mutation. Should you wake up tomorrow with 2 hot dogs and 1 bun, don't come to me with complaints because I, at this moment, am warning you of this video's pending awesomeness. Your praises, however, are always welcome. Now that viewer discretion is out of the way, let me preface this gameplay with a statement regarding this channel. I can only stand to play so much Black Ops in a week, so unfortunately I may only post one of these ball-blistering gameplays every once in a while. I have to play other games, you see, or else I might put a revolver in my mouth and wallpaper my ceiling with brain matter. I'll probably record more this weekend since it's apparently double XP, but in the meantime I will be posting additional forms of entertainment that give me a modicum of joy. So, while Bastion and Catherine are not the elegant displays of Black Ops' absolute domination that I am traditionally known for, they are nevertheless pretty to look at, so hopefully you'll take a look. Now that I've wasted enough of your time, let's get on with the action at hand. Held between my meaty fingers of surgical precision, I have held the gigantic posterior. I call it an ass, you see, because if you squeeze the trigger hard enough, you'll eventually shit enough bullets to actually put someone down. The weapon is horrible, friends, and that's all there is to it. I have the rapid-fire attachment on the garbage disposal because, apparently, I love making my life even more difficult than it already is. And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The gun kicks like a rhinoceros with a steel cord wrapped around his nuts. So I get maybe 1.5 bullets into Johnny Famas' hole before he effortlessly buries me into the cold, unforgiving Russian tundra. What can I do though? So I take the Oozie, aptly named because it's dribbling with piss, and somehow turn on a poor guy who was unfortunate enough to walk directly into my sprinkler-like line of fire. With the first frag of my life collected, I go on ahead and check every corner, because you have to be exceptionally aware of your surroundings when holding this hunk of constipation. I must have been smoking a Jeffrey at the time of this recording, because I was under the laughable assumption that I could shoot a bad guy more than 5 feet away. So without success, I stumble down the small flight of stairs, and then get undone by a cloaked up ghost bitch using a silent weapon. Alright, so back in the game, I say hello to this camera here and then chuck a grenade randomly because I have no talent whatsoever. Apparently I didn't learn my lesson on the balcony because I can't hit this motherfucker out of my 5-foot perimeter. So I step back inside this building here and spray frantically from the hip. I must have been born with a horseshoe up my ass because I managed to take him down, and then I head back outdoors. That guy was wishing he wasn't outdoors because I actually put my shots on target and slap him into the dirt. If you'll notice, I'm well aware of the zone of proximal death giving, so I advance forward a little before taking hold of this chump's soul. Satan drags him through the fire by the anus, and I'm once again on the prowl. Like a panther riding the back of a cheetah, I make my way around, and eventually spot a target off in the distance. I lick my fangs like when Edward I put his eyes on Bella, but by the time I get there, he's already been bitten. Just as well, because I spot his lever parading outside, and I take him for a ride. The Oozie has spent the entirety of its magazines, so I unbuckle the lawgiver and set out for a little western justice. This yahoo here has been stealing cattle, so I pop him in the back and then fumble around for his Winchester. By the time I finally pick it up, I'm already on the defensive and even take a few shots, but my reactions are Ruthian and I clobber this bitch like a hanging slider. Someone threw a jar of jelly at me, so I take a moment to wipe my face and then look for more cadavers. I overadjust because of the damn Oozie's kick, so I miss my shots and unfortunately die.
Napalm strike waiting for your mark.
I finally managed to string together a lethal kill streak, so I call it in where my teammates aren't, but wouldn't you know it, this game sucks my ass. Disappointed, I head in the direction of my latest death and find the perpetrator lingering in the area. I get within killing range and pop him till he collapses, and then outside I chuck another sticky grenade, but it's a fucking dud, so I get no reward. I'm out here for a decent while, taking in the frosty air and getting my feet wet, all the while figuring my victim's jonesing for a revenge kill. So I head back into the building where all the action takes place and chop him down like a piece of wood. Downstairs I salt the ground with a claymore and then steal someone's kill with a single shot from my shit pistol. The man dead set on killing me comes back for more, but I dodge his rounds and lure him into my explosive trap.
Ready to jam
Feeling pretty intelligent and swelling with egotism, I call in my Nightshade Devilhawks and kickstart my engines for some more killing. It takes a while though, because people are hard to find, undoubtedly where I last stood and anxious for that revenge. But, at long last, I dice what looks to be a lonely sniper. I double dutch over a wall of flame cast by a Diablo 2 sorceress, and then make my way to this pretty rock where I radio in some mayhem. My choice was a foolish one though, because I'm left in another drought. I'm also stupid enough to aim down sights on this fucking gun, but fortunately I'm able to hit this enemy here with an 11th of my magazine and escape with my life. Back inside, I look at a thermos full of soup on the floor for some reason, then scale the steps and vomit demise onto this chump with poor surroundings. I check my score, which isn't too bad all things considered, and then realize that I'm one off the Blackbird. So I go and get it, goddammit. Way too late in the game, mind you, but I get it. Rat-tat-tat, down he goes and the gun is spent, so I pick up the second worst in the entire arsenal, load one in the chamber, do a quick little 180, and holy shit, the game is suddenly over. Please marvel at this final kill cam while I say that this has been your best friend's friend Bear, with a half-decent enough TDM featuring the worst piece in the game, final score of 20-3 without a single viable kill streak reward, and a charge that came way too late. Anyway, enough excuses. Thanks for fucking watching, and have a blissful night's sleep.